Sunday story time. So, recognize this man? His name is Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh. Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, as you can see, is walking out of the courtroom. For those of you who have been following the news, or for those of you who remember and read the newspaper regularly, this photograph is not something new. The man here is Daniel Pearl. As we all remember, Daniel Pearl was a journalist. He was working for the Wall Street Journal. He went to Pakistan in 2002. He was abducted and beheaded. The man holding the gun to his head, the man standing there, you cannot see his face, you can just see his hands and the gun. The man holding the gun to his head is Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh. So when does the story begin? This story begins in India in 1994. In 1994, there were lots of foreign tourists roaming around in India. And at that time, this man, Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, pretending to be a Hindu by name Rohit Sharma, that's right, pretending to be a Hindu by name Rohit Sharma, successfully kidnapped 4 foreign tourists from Delhi. Having kidnapped these 4 foreign tourists from Delhi, he held them captive and held them in some sort of a small village-ish place near Saharanpur. In a very daring and unbelievably brave rescue operation, I think it was the UP police or the Punjab police, I can't remember. The UP police or the Punjab police burst into Saharanpur, cordoned off the area, and in what followed was a gruesome incident. All the 4 foreign tourists were freed. They were very happy. We lost 2 very braveheart policemen in that operation. Two extremely braveheart policemen who went into the thick of battle. We lost their lives. Just go Google 1994 abduction of 4 foreign nationals. All the details are still available on the internet. You can just go Google. We lost 2 policemen, but this man was captured. Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, and he was sent to prison in India. And then what happened? We all remember what happened next. Do you remember IC 815? Yes, IC 815. 4 terrorists in return for 180 passengers. One of the toughest decisions that Atal Bihari Vajpayee had to take. So, 4 terrorists for the lives of 180 passengers as this flight IC 815 was stranded in Afghanistan, Kandahar, and we had to exchange these terrorists. The most famous terrorist, of course, was Masood Azhar. We all know that Masood Azhar was released. Along with him, the 3 other terrorists were released, 4 terrorists. So, amongst the other 3, other than Masood Azhar, was once again this man. Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, released for the lives of the passengers of IC 815. So, having been released, he obviously went back to Pakistan, and having returned to Pakistan in 2002, he masterminded the abduction of journalist Daniel Pearl, working for the Wall Street Journal. Daniel Pearl was abducted. He went to some small village, assuming a meeting would be set up with some local courier to Al-Qaeda terrorists, but in the end he was abducted. His wife Marian Pearl at that time was pregnant with her first child. The pregnant Marian Pearl repeatedly publicly appealed to the kidnappers to let Daniel Pearl go, but he was not. They forced him to record a video saying, "I am Daniel Pearl, I am an American, I am a Jew," and then they beheaded him. I don't want to show it because many people on the story group watch the stories with their children, so I don't want to show it. But if you can just go Google, you will get a gruesome, horrible photo of this man, Ahmed, holding the severed head of Daniel Pearl like this. Ha ha ha. It's a horrible photo, but for those of you who want to see it, it is still available on the net. Finally, of course, he was arrested. But guess what? Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh was released from prison in April 2020. A few days ago, when all of us were worried about Corona, when the whole world had its eyes on Corona and everybody was talking about COVID-19 and positive cases and, this drug and that drug, in between all this, this man was released from the Karachi prison. Now, during the trial, he confessed very boldly. He said, "My glorious right hand, blessed personally by the Almighty Allah, accomplished this fantastic deed of beheading that American Jew Daniel Pearl." In that tone, in a far worse tone, in that language. But guess what? The Karachi court held that the confession was under duress and hence is not admissible evidence. And this man, with several other cases against him, walked out scot-free a few days ago. Not only did he walk out scot-free, the Pakistani press, including ex-President Pervez Musharraf, are now trying to prove that he is not an ISI agent but an MI6 agent. Now they are coming up with all sorts of whitewashing, saying this man was never attached to the ISI, he was always working for the British MI6. I don't know how they cook up these stories. So, while we were all worried about the coronavirus, while all our focus was on COVID-19, this huge virus walked out of the Karachi prison. He is 46 years old, has decades and decades of Islamic cruelty still left in him, and he is scot-free. And a man like Kulbhushan Yadav with no evidence against him is still rotting in the Pakistani prison, whereas this terrorist with a mountain of evidence against him was released by the Karachi High Court. So, since I realized that nobody on the group is actually following the Karachi High Court proceedings, I thought I should just let you know that Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh, a man we released in exchange for the IC 815 passengers, is now once again scot-free. Yeah, that's the story today. Thank you.